What up, y'all? It's your boy Drill Sergeant Lynch. I'm back again with another video, man. And I have to let y'all know this, man. Big update. The ACFT 3.0 is now out, y'all. Should be coming into play April of 2022. But as of this April, the Army's going to start implementing it back. First off, y'all, I got to tell y'all that I apologize for not being on this page, giving y'all any updates. Been going through a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. I want to thank y'all for y'all's patience, rocking out with me, being patient with me. And I just want to let y'all know, man, I'm still here. I'm still here checking y'all out, checking the comments, all that good stuff. Gotta let y'all know, I got the email today with the link, a Facebook link. Also have a link to military.com. They're going to be in the description below, just in case I miss anything on this video that I'm doing. The two articles, description is going to be below. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. The Army is now going to let the planks are going to stay in the ACFT. I've been hiding behind a rock, surprisingly, as a drill sergeant, man. And I didn't know exactly what the Army was doing as far as the planks were concerned. I knew that it was an alternate in case trainees couldn't completely do the leg tuck to standard, then they could do the plank. But it's looking like after all the research and all the data that the Army's been gathering on the ACFT, they're going to keep the planks in the ACFT as an alternate, and the soldiers get to kind of choose if they want to do the plank or the leg tuck. So we got Major General Hibbert up here. Major General Hibbert is saying that the 5 performance categories might get divided and updated every single year based on the soldier's performance. Now that seems like a lot of work for the Army to do, to actually divide them up and update them every year, but the Army's got to do what they got to do. And I think the best thing of all, what they're saying in this article, when I scroll down right here, that the Army is listening to what the soldiers are saying about the ACFT. So I think that's a really good thing, that they're listening to what the soldiers are saying about the ACFT, whatever issues that they're having, and trying to help to make us more successful. So now they're going to have a new scoring system: green, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum categories. At first, we only had, I think it was the gold, we had the gold, the yellow, the black, and the gold standard, something like that. We had the 3 different standards, but now we're adding 5. Oh, and another thing, the ACFT is now going to be gender specific. The categories will be developed based on ACFT performance by male and female soldiers. But what they're doing is saying that the minimum standard for everything is still going to be gender neutral. So it doesn't matter. The minimum standard is not going to change whether you're male or female. Soldiers in the platinum category may represent the top 1% of all scores, while soldiers in the green band may represent the lowest 50 of the total force. So to me, it's kind of confusing, but I'm gonna have to wait to see what happens when it actually comes out so that I can have more of an idea of how they're doing it, I'm guessing. And their point of doing that, from what they're saying here, I guess they want to allow soldiers to be able to compete against other soldiers, whether male or female. So let's read what they're actually saying. Soldiers in the platinum category may represent the top 1% of all scores, while soldiers in the green band may represent the lowest 50% of the total force. The scoring averages for the males and female soldiers may vary, but the minimum standard will remain gender neutral. In the future, the evaluation system, normalized across gender, could allow soldiers to compete against each other respectively, since soldiers are naturally competitive. These numbers would also give Army officials a yearly snapshot that gauges the overall fitness of the force. I think that's fair. It's good for them to be able to see what it's looking like all around. Officials may rack and stack scores by gender from 360 to 600. The ACFT raw cut scores for green, bronze, and others could be based on the percentage of soldiers in each distribution. If 1% of male soldiers receive the raw ACFT score of 585 or higher the prior year, then 585 could be the brass ring for all male soldiers to reach if they want to be in the platinum category. So that's why they're going to be updating every year, because they're going to be taking the scores of the prior years and making adjustments to see how soldiers are getting stronger, to up the ante a little bit, I'm guessing. Kind of give that challenge to give soldiers that incentive to actually go ahead and get stronger. Now, I like this because really, to me, what I feel like should happen is PFT in general, physical fitness training in general, should kind of be switched. There should be some changes made with the PFT that we do every single day also, man. I feel like the standard should be for us to focus on some of these events every time we do PT. That's how I feel. I feel like that's the one way that's going to get us stronger. I don't know how many soldiers do PT on their own, but we're required to do organized PT Monday through Friday if we make sure that something that we have to do relates directly to the ACFT. Then it's going to help us to get stronger when we actually have to take the ACFT. Female soldiers would have their own respective 1% cut score to achieve the platinum grade. There's a lot that the Army is doing as far as ACFT is concerned, and it took a while for them to gather up this data so that they can make these changes. I don't necessarily think change is bad at all. I'm just glad that the Army's doing something about it. Unfortunately, they're testing it on us just to see, but there's no better, at least it's not counting against us though. They're using it, taking the data, and seeing what they can do with it. So what they want to do is help the soldiers understand how the fitness level compares to their gender peers, which is cool. It's cool. It is going to allow us to see, kind of letting us see how we compare to each other. And like they're saying later, this is what's going to take place. But for now, it's not actually in play. It could be a full implementation by March of 2022. I think April this year, I think in this next article I'm going to show y'all, April this year, we're going to actually start conducting the new ACFT 3.0. But then next year is when it's actually going to start counting. So the plank alternate event. Big Army is hoping that the scores get better because now they're implementing the plank instead of the leg tuck. And I think it could happen. To me, it's kind of shaky because it's easier to plank than it is to do those leg tucks. But at the same time, it's still engaging that core. And I think what the point of it is, soldiers know that we have this ACFT coming up every year or every 6 months or something. We got to start working out and being ready for it more often. Before, the soldiers who were unsuccessful on the leg tuck could perform the plank and only receive 60 points. So they used to be able to do the plank and only get 60 points. But now they're going to allow them to do the plank instead of the leg tuck and get the full 100 points for it. I guess as long as they could do it to standard for that amount of time. And I feel from what it's saying right here, from what I feel like what they're trying to say is they're giving people time to get used to doing the leg tuck by letting them do the plank first. Just like it says right here, every soldier should just strive to lift themselves. The plank is going to allow the soldiers the time they need to train for that skill. Now I'm going to move over to military.com where they're over here talking about the new changes to the ACFT. Here they're saying on April 14th, the ACFT is going to be mandatory for all soldiers, but the scores are not going to count against them until April 1st of 2022. Minimum passing score 60 points or 360 total points. That came from Sergeant Major of the Army. Here they're saying the plank is a permanent alternative to the leg tuck. The leg tuck was the most failed event on both men and women, so both genders were having trouble doing the leg tuck. Hence why they're saying people can do the leg tuck if they want to, but if they don't want to, then they can just do the plank. So this is something that I never knew. Here they're saying that we're taking that similar approach adopted by the Marines. The Marines have the choice to do pull-ups or push-ups for their upper body. So that's kind of cool. And of course I like that because I like the Marines. So for us to kind of pick up on something that they're doing and go along with that, I think it's kind of cool. So here they now have the minimum standards for all soldiers that they have to meet April 1st of 2022. Deadlift minimum is 140 pounds. The standing power throw is going to be 4.5 meters or 14.8 feet. Hand release push-up, 10 repetitions to complete at minimum. Sprint drag carry under 3 minutes. Leg tuck, just 1. The plank alternative is for 2 minutes and 9 seconds minimum for everybody. 2-mile run, anything under 21 minutes is gonna pass. So now as far as the minimum points goes for everything, from what we got from the last article, the minimum is the same across the board for everybody. But at this time, they're still doing reviews of the ACFT. So they're not quite done yet. Now, if y'all were wondered about how they're gonna score and categorize the soldiers with the 5 different performance categories, for the platinum, gold, silver, bronze, and green, the platinum is going to be the top 1% in the Army for their gender. Gold is going to be the top 10%. Silver is going to be the top 25%. Bronze is going to be the top 50%. And green is going to be those who make the minimum standard. And the reason why, of course, they do that, they want to implement and have us to be recognized under the Army as a whole. And then also you got to go with the physiological differences of men and women in the Army. So once again, y'all, I'm gonna leave the links to both articles in the description below. Y'all go check that out so y'all can get a better insight of it. Y'all leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the new ACFT 3.0, man. How do y'all feel about them making it now, gender specific, and how do y'all feel with them implementing the plank as a permanent alternative from the leg tuck if the soldier chooses? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Like I said, I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm still here. Y'all have a great day. Y'all stay focused and motivated. Deuces, and I'm out of here.